Hello everyone, thanks for watching the video. Today I'm going to be changing the oil in our Toyota Tercel for the first time. Haven't had the car probably about a month maybe, and I wanted to change it just so I kind of know where I'm starting from. Let's see, we're going to do the high mileage. It's 5W30 by the way, I'm pretty sure anyway. So I'm going to be checking the manual just to find out how much oil I need, and pretty sure it's going to be 14mm socket. So I'm going to get all that stuff and we'll get started.
That man by whom he is betrayed. And he began to inquire.
Okay, yeah, I haven't changed the oil in the car yet.
And there was
looks like they maybe put a PCV valve in it, but yeah, I've only had it for a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and change it today. Here's the dipstick here. Here's the filler cap. So go ahead and crawl under it with our 14mm wrench. Got our pan here, bucket. Put that under there.
And he was
alright, there's our plug.
The things concerned.
15mm.
And they said, Lord, behold, here are two swords.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
And he said unto them, it is
like it. Shouldn't over tighten these.
To the Mount of Olives, the disciples also.
Don't have a ratchet, so
he said unto them,
we can do it by hand pretty soon. Yeah, we can do it by hand now. Okay.
It was withdrawn without strings. He kneeled down and prayed, saying, Father, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him, and being in an agony, prayed more earnestly. And his sweat was, as it were, great drops of blood falling down to the ground.
Okay, we're going to let this drain.
And when he rose up,
now, this is warm. I ran the car a little bit before starting this job, so it should be a little faster.
Rise and pray, lest he enter into temptation. And while he yet spake,
I'm going to go ahead and take the cap off. Put it somewhere where you know where it's going to be at and it doesn't drop below. Okay, next, oil filter. I have no idea how tight that's going to be. I do have a new one that I bought yesterday, so it's very small. I wipe my hands off really good and try to get it off with my hands. It's right there. Okay, so that filter was too tight to get off with my hand, so I've got a socket on it with a 3-inch extension. This is a 3/8 socket, but yeah, I had to use a filter socket. Probably can't see it. The lighting here is pretty bad. It's really bright. The sun is really bright today. So I'm going to have to use two hands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the socket on, filter socket, with one hand and just push it against it because it will slip very easily. And with the other hand, I'm going to, try to ratchet it off.
And if I also ask you, you will not answer me, nor let me go. Hereafter shall the Son of Man sit on the right hand of the power of God. Then said they all, Art thou then the Son of God? And he said unto them, Ye say that I am. And they said, What need we any further witness? For we ourselves have heard of his own mouth. found this fellow perverting the nation and forbidding to give tribute to Caesar,
Alright, I think I've got it loose.
saying that he himself is Christ and King.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go underneath and put the plug back in. Oil should be drained by now. And then we will take the filter off.
Then said Pilate to the chief priest, many words. Answered him,
I just had a slow drip now.
stood vehemently accused him. And Herod with his men of war set him bolt and mocked him.
For my bolt, I'm going to go ahead and use the same
And sent him against
washer. I think it's going to be okay. It looks pretty good.
And Pilate, when he called together the chief priests, said unto them, Ye have brought this man as one that perverted the people. And behold, I, having examined him before you, have found no fault in this man touching those things whereof. Though it go against Herod, for I sent you to him, and though nothing worthy of death is done unto him, I will therefore chastise him and release him. Of necessity he must release one unto him who gives him. And they cried out all at once, saying, Away with this man, and release unto us Barabbas, for a certain sedition.
Alright, I think that's good. I'll check that later. I'm going to run the engine with some oil in it before I finish this job. Then I'll add a little more oil to that to get it right on the dipstick. In the meantime, I'll come under here and check and see if there's any leakage, and may snug that up a little bit more. I think it's pretty tight. And there's my wrench on the filter, so we're going to go ahead and pull our oil pan bucket closer to that.
Elves and for your children, for behold, the days are coming in the which they shall say, Blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bear, and the packs which never gave suck. Then shall they begin to say to the mountains, Fall on us, and to the hills, Cover us. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? And there were also two other malefactors.
Okay, so I've got the oil filter here. It's a Toyota filter. Took the plastic off, and you can see that it's pre-oiled there. The gasket. That's pretty cool. But it's an N1. It's a YZZ-N1. The one that I took off is an F1, and I think they're both for the Tercel. It's kind of hard to find with an older car, especially a car that's not made anymore.
Into thy hands.
It's not that popular, so this is actually Denso. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go with this one. I'm going to save this one. Take a close up and look inside here. So we get.
And behold, there was a man named Joseph.
This was about a $10 filter.
He was a good man and a just. The same had not consented to the council and deal with them.
All right, let's go ahead and put it on.
The city of the Jews.
So right down mating surface, we're going to put the filter on. I really can't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to have to feel it.
It was Mary Magdalene and Joanna and Mary, the mother of James, and other women that were with them, which told these things
unto the apostles. Almost there. We've got it started.
And their words seemed to them as idle tales, and they believed but not. Then arose Peter and ran unto the sepulchre. And stooping down, he beheld the linen clothes.
Okay, we should be good.
By themselves.
Here is the oil viscosity chart. We're going to go with the 530. We changed the filter, and we are with quarts, so it should be 3 quarts. Alright, this container has 3 quarts in it, so I've used 2 quarts from this container. So that was from a previous oil change. So with this oil change, I'll be putting the rest of this container or close to it in the vehicle, and the quarts is on the left there. So I'll grab my funnel.
Art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and hast not known the things which are come to pass there in these days? And he said unto them, What things? And they said unto him, Concerning Jesus of Nazareth, which was a prophet mighty in deed and word before God and all the people, and how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death, and have crucified him. But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel. And beside all this, today is the 3rd day since these things were done.
All right, I'm going to stop
Yea, and
with one
certain
quart
women also
remaining.
of our
I'm going to run
company
the
made
engine,
us
make sure nothing's
astonished, which were
leaking.
early at the sepulchre.
And at that
And when
point,
they
we're
found
going
not his
to
body, they
just keep
came,
adding
saying
until we
that
get the
they had also
dipstick
seen a
level
vision
where we
of
want it to
angels,
be.
which said that he was alive.
Put a little more in
And
it.
certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre,
Right there,
and found
probably.
it even so as the women had said. But him they saw not. Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Ought not Christ to have suffered these things, and to enter into his glory?
I'll let it run for about a minute, then we'll check the level.
And he made as though he would have gone further.
All right,
But
checking
they
the level.
constrained him, saying, Abide
Seeing
with
how
us,
much I'm going to have
just
to add.
toward
It
evening
looks
and the
like
day is
we're,
far spent.
let's go ahead and wipe it off here.
And it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them,
Don't really like the dipstick being right over the
and gave to them,
alternator.
And their
Okay,
eyes
so
were
we're right at
opened,
the very low
and he
mark.
vanished out of their sight. And they said one to another,
So what
Did
we'll
not
do
our
is
heart
finish
burn
adding
within
that
us while
quart.
he
That
talked
quart's
with
going to
us by
bring
the
it up
way, while he opened to
probably
us
close to the
scriptures?
full.
And they rose up the same
Yeah,
hour
I got
and
another
returned
quart
to
remaining,
Jerusalem,
so I'm gonna go ahead and
found
add
the
that.
11 gathered together, and them and see. For a spirit hath not flesh and bones as ye see me have. And when he had thus spoken, he showed them his hands and his feet. And while they yet believed not for joy and wondered, he said unto them, Have ye here any meat? And they gave him a piece of broiled fish with honeycomb. And he took it, and that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name among all nations, beginning at Jerusalem. And ye are witnesses of these things.
Okay, we're right at the halfway mark, or a little bit above the halfway mark.
But tarry ye
I'm not sitting on
in the city
level
of Jerusalem
ground here,
until ye be
so I'm going to go ahead and
power
stop
from
there.
on high. And he led them out as far as to Bethany.
Once I get it on level ground, I'll go ahead and check it again. I really kind of like my dipstick to be just a little bit above the mid-range.
Carried up,
I've gotten to where I don't actually bring it all the way up to the second hole or the high mark. Anyway, I guess that's going to be it.
In the temple, praising
Changing the oil in a Tercel. This is a 97 CE, 1.5 liter, and that is the 5EFE.
the gospel according to St. John.
Thank you for watching the video today. Until next time, have a nice day, and take care.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.